Hello, everyone. Told you I would be back. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels. Thank you all for giving me a moment after that last video. So, some news came down the pipeline as of yesterday in regards to MGM, as they say, allegedly seeking to bury the movie Minamata, which is still waiting its US release, where it's now been released in multiple other countries. Dates have been announced for places it hasn't played yet. You get where I'm going with this. This is coming to us via the IndieWire. So, let's go ahead and see what this is all about. This is in regards to the initial letter that the director, I think Andrew Levitas, put out towards MGM and their so-called response to it. Interesting. Let's take a look. You really want to take one of the few films I was actually probably going to spend money to see. Thanks, MGM. Screw you, Hollywood. Anyways, MGM says new Johnny Depp film still awaiting release after director claims the studio is burying it. Of course, Johnny Depp was paying photojournalist Eugene Smith. Eugene Smith, use the whole name and act like you have an ounce of respect in your entire body. God, it shouldn't be too much to ask. Which is still awaiting its US release. There's a picture of him in Minamata. Minamata director Andrew Levitas has sent a letter to MGM via Deadline, condemning the studio for allegedly burying his historical drama because it stars Johnny Depp. The film was picked up by MGM's relaunched American International Pictures last fall after world premiering in February 2020 at the Berlin International Film Festival. The MGM told Deadline the film is not buried and is just waiting for a release date. Deadline reports that the film initially had a date push set for February 2021, but did not get released. So basically what MGM is saying is whitewash bullshit. I'm going to call them out right now. They could have ended this whole argument real quickly and be like, oh no, it's going to be released on this date. Did they say that? No! They went with that whitewashed, stupid malarkey with, it just hasn't got a date yet. You're the dumb assholes who set the date. Really? Really? What the hell are you waiting on? Hell to freeze over? Pigs to fly? The zombie apocalypse, perhaps? It's just the same nonsense. It's them trying to cover their own ass. Because them having a hissy fit because of what Depp is going through, which is complete bullshit, by the way. He, in no way, shape, or form, brought all this shit on himself. That is due to a certain woman thing who likes to tell lies. Just saying. Just saying. Likes to tell lies, likes to beat on people. You see where I'm going with that, obviously. It's a way for them to try to cover their ass. Because why? Because they're standing a tightrope. MGM is trying to stay with the woke crowd on one hand by hanging. They're trying to stay with this idea of believe all women. I swear to God, if I could start a worldwide hashtag of believe all facts, believe me, I would. God, is it such a difficult concept? Believe facts, believe evidence, don't believe gender, don't believe class, don't believe financial status, don't believe whatever, believe facts, believe evidence. Yeah, I'm ranting and getting off topic. Sorry. It's that kind of day. Anyways, moving on. Basically, they are trying to, on one hand, appease those who are a part of the Me Too movement, who are very much supporters of a certain nameless one. While on the other hand, they do not want to appear to be insensitive to the victims and those who have fought against the corruption and the cover up of what happened in regards to the Minamata, what happened to all those victims either. So, this will be all very interesting because on one hand, you have Hollywood gung ho entirely against him for reasons, logical ones, that they have yet to reveal to us. On the other hand, they have to put out this half assed response in order to not appear to be monsters by denying those victims the right to have their stories told. But let's move on. Johnny Depp stars in Minamata as a photojournalist, Eugene Smith. Again, I'll say it W. Eugene Smith, who takes an assignment from Life magazine to expose decades of gross negligence by the Crisco Corporation. Bill Nighy and Hiroyuki Sanada co-star in the movie alongside Rio Case, Tanado Asano, and Akiko Iwase. Depp's star has fallen in recent months after he lost a libel case against The Sun, which referred to Depp as a wife-beater while covering his divorce from A.H. Hollywood, you can sit there and try to tell me his star has fallen all you want to, but guess what? City of Lies still remains number one in downloads, okay? Just because you keep repeating a lie doesn't suddenly make it true. Just saying. Anyways, moving on. Depp exited Warner Brothers' Fantastic Beasts franchise after the verdict and was replaced by Mads Mikkelsen. Roughly a year ago, MGM purchased the North American rights to the film Minamata after viewing it at the Berlin Nail, Levitas wrote in a letter. MGM was intent on bringing to light the suffering of the thousands of victims of one of the most heinous industrial pollution incidents the world has ever seen, and re-exposing their pain in the sharing of their story. This long marginalized community hoped for only one thing: to lift history from the shadows so that other innocents would never be afflicted as they have. And it seemed in that moment, for MGM's partnership, a decades-long wish was finally coming true. Levitas continued. Now imagine the devastation when they learned this past week that despite an already successful global rollout, MGM has decided to bury the film. Acquisitions head Mr. Sam Woolman's words, because MGM was concerned about the possibility that the personal issues of an actor in the film could reflect negatively upon them, and that from MGM's perspective, the victims and their families were secondary to this. How does that even work? What the hell is wrong with people? The filmmaker ended the letter by writing, all those involved in this story and this fight more broadly implore MGM to be the solution, to usher in a turning point in so many lives, and reconsiders its decision to actively hinder distribution and promotion of Minamata. We remain steadfast that MGM will land on the right side of these issues. As such, the filmmakers, the victims, their families, various NGOs and GOs, and more all eagerly await the opportunity to work together. An MGM spokesperson issued the following response. The film was acquired for release via American International Pictures, a division of MGM which handles date and date releases. Minamata continues to be among the future AIP releases, and at this time, the film's U.S. release date is TBA. Which basically what they're saying is, oh, we may still release it. Like I said earlier in this vid, when the zombie apocalypse happens, when pigs fly, when rain starts tasting like cotton candy. I don't know, I'm running out of these. It's been that kind of day. Don't just sit there and say they canceled the release times and date and all of that. Then give us one. You could have easily shut down what he said by giving everyone a day and time. It would have been real simple. Kind of like AH and her so called donations. Could have been very easily answered. But the fact that you come out with these wish-washy crap tells me you don't ever intend to release it. Not unless a lot of pressure is put in there. And I'll tell you what my theory is. They're waiting to see how things go in Virginia. They are so scared. These movie studios, all of them, even those who haven't actively participated, all of them are so scared of their goddamn shadows when it comes to this case that they have pretty much put everything on freaking hold until everything's done in Virginia. Is it too much to ask for one of you studios to grow a pair of balls? I'm just some cojones. Grow some. God. Anyways, let's see if that's the end of it. Yeah, it does. But anyways, folks, that's my opinion on it. I am thinking that this is one of these studios that on one hand has not been on the whole Hollywood throw Johnny Depp under the bus campaign that has been circling around that area. On the other hand, they're obviously afraid to be pissing people off. And I can, something tells me, and I have pretty good instincts on this shit. It's a very specific power behind the throne, so to speak, that they're trying not to piss off. That they are not giving a date and a release time. It will be interesting to see how this all plays out. Because very obviously, millions of people who were looking to watch this movie are not buying the comment that came out of MGM. We want something of substance from you. A real answer, not this pedantic bullshit. But we will continue to wait and see. Alright, folks. That's all I got for this afternoon, unless something else stupid drops down the line and I won't be able to help myself. As always, folks, we don't get many views on this channel. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments. Also, folks, please remember to hit the description box in all my videos, whether it be about JRC, about this, about Britney Spears, whether I'm going on another Marvel Rabid comic book fangirl moment. I always include all the links to pertinent articles, so please actually hit the description box, especially in the videos in regards to the JRC. There's a lot of important information in those. Alright, folks, I do appreciate your time, and as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. And before we close out, yeah, I know MGM doesn't give a damn about someone like me. But I'm just going to put it out there. When you are so terrified due to one freaking woman, no matter who's backing her, that you're willing to throw victims under the bus because of one guy, he's innocent, of course, but that's not the point. You're still throwing hundreds of victims away like their story means absolutely nothing because of one guy. That's fucked up. That's disgusting. That's the very sort of thing that allows this shit to continue. Just saying. Alright, guys, I'll see you later.